What's up, B1 Chronicles family? I wanted to do a video on why I choose Africa over the US, and I'm going to do a little brief story time just to give you a little background about me. I have always had a natural connection with Mother Africa. Even as a child, I always felt a deep-rooted connection with my ancestors along with the nature and water elements. Growing up, my mother taught us the beauty of Africa along with what colonization has done and continues to do to her as well as her children. My mother also exposed us to different things like the Wax Museum in Maryland, going to the Apollo. We had tons of Black history books. We used to do fasting. We took vitamins and things of that nature. So she was very conscious about our health as well as being grounded as far as our history and our traditions. My mom also taught us a lot about different spiritual traditions from Africa. One in particular would be Ifa, and there's some other ones that she taught us as well. So that actually helped me a lot as far as shaping me into the person that I have become today. My mother also had a dream of manifesting a Pan-African school that would carry on from pre-K all the way up to college level, and it didn't have a hint of westernized education at all. One of the things that I do want to do is to fulfill my mother's dream of having a Pan-African school. When I was younger, I always had dreams and I saw people differently. Um, for most people, that was a little unique, but I was always mature and there was something always different about me. A fun fact is that when I was younger, I think I was about 4 or 5, I saw a I saw a worm. I believe it was an earthworm, and I thought that it was hurt. So I went in the house and I got a band-aid because I wanted to heal it. And these are things that I would do. People would come to me for counsel as a young child, and I never understood that. As I started to grow into my own path, my own understanding of things, I took it further. My perspective as far as the USA, I've never felt comfortable here. It's a weird feeling, even though I was born here. I never felt home. I always had this desire of learning more about our people, always asking me to my journey home to Africa. I told my family that they literally thought that I was going crazy when I told them that I was going to Repat to Africa. They didn't honestly take me seriously for some time. Actual questions. I never felt a connection with any religion. I would always question the pastors and the other religious leaders, and I just never felt that that was something that I was destined to partake in. I've always asked about what's going on in Africa, what's going on with our people here, and trying to grasp an understanding of it. Things that needs to be changed, gotten rid of, and the mindset of some of the people there, I know it needs to be worked on. There's so many things that they were taught on the continent as far as Black Americans and vice versa that just created a divide. And one of my claims that I've been saying for years is that I want that bridge to be null and void. I want that bridge to be no more and that we are unified as a global people. It's time for us to stand and take our rightful place. As I got older, I realized that I was an empath. I finally found a name to what I had. And I would also have dreams. I would have remarkable intuition about people, situations. I would see things that other people would not in movies and the sky. I was just basically a very unique person. To leave the peace and be prepared for all of the negative and traumatic situations that are in America. It was one of the hardest decisions that I made, and I honestly didn't want to come back. After that first trip, I knew that we must heal and do things for Mother Africa. It's going to affect our people in America. We have to unify. This is where our ancestors came from. This is where we came from, and we need to go home and take our rightful place. Everything manifested from Africa, and we need to understand that. All manifested through. We must take our rightful place, and that's just the bottom line. And actually, I'll correct myself, most people don't even understand that. But what I'm learning to know now is that a lot of people won't get it. The matrix, whether people believe it or not, is true. People are choosing to be ignorant. People are choosing ignorance just because they feel that it's going to protect them. And it's not. It just makes you less prepared. When we don't do what we're called to do for our ancestors, that's basically spitting in their faces and all the struggle, the pain, the rapes, the killings, all of the torture that our families went through, generations, even on Africa, on the continent of Africa, and even in America. We can't continue to do this and think that our people are going to prosper. We must stop trusting the enemy. We have to. It's not getting us anywhere, and we have to take our rightful place. And I know that it's not a easy path, but when is it ever an easy path when you're doing the right thing? That don't believe in what I'm saying or have an understanding. I know what I'm called to do, and I stand on my purpose. So with all that said, I just wanted to give you guys a short video just to let you guys know how I feel about Mother Africa and the reason why I choose Africa over the USA, America. This is not my home. I've never felt like this is my home, and it's time for me to go home and do what I need to do. I know that it's not easy. Again, I've said it before, but I know that this is what I'm destined to do, and I'm standing on my purpose. I'm standing on my leadership purpose, and I know what I need to do. I hope that's given you guys clarity as far as a little background information about me and also how I feel about Mother Africa.